Hey guys, Derek here. Welcome back to the channel. We are back to watch another episode of Sex Education. This is episode 6, I believe. Last episode was a doozy. Last episode was very sad, made me cry. Very, very heartbreaking and very tough to watch. Honestly, I struggled to get through that episode. It made me very upset. Made me very angry about not just the fictional events that happen in the episode, but the real world parallels to that happen in our own society. So I promise I promise I didn't stop watching it because of that episode though. Don't worry. I just got really busy. I got really busy with 2 new shows that came out in the Bad Batch and The Last of Us, and then I watched Puss in Boots movie. So there's just a lot of things that are happening. So I apologize for the extended wait on the next episode of this show, but I am back and I am excited to watch the next episode. It's gonna probably also be sad to watch. There's a lot of sad things that I've been watching over the last couple of minutes. I just watched episode 3 of The Last of Us, and it's just this beautiful, heartbreaking story about 2 gay men who fall in love in an apocalypse, and it's just heartbreaking and sad. And so now going into this episode where the last thing we saw was a heartbreaking LGBT story, and it's probably the fallout of that is gonna continue because we had Eric and Otis kind of end their friendship in a sense last episode. We gotta emotionally fortify ourselves. We're strong. We are emotionally strong men, and we will make it through. I promise. I'm not gonna close myself up. I will open myself to the emotions I'm gonna feel. But no, I'm excited. I'm excited to watch the episode. I love this show. I think it's so funny and so endearing and so heartbreaking. They touch every emotional string possible. And I truly do love this show, and I guarantee it's gonna make me cry 1,000 times by the time it's done. But that's enough of me rambling. We are gonna jump into episode 6 now. So if you end up enjoying my reaction, please leave a like on the video. That means a lot to me, truly, and it does help my videos get seen more in terms of the algorithm and all that jazz. If you're new here, or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. Again, especially if you want to see me react to more of this show. And then if you're interested in seeing the full uncut version of this reaction, where you just sync up your own source footage, consider checking out my Patreon. That is linked down in the description below. That would mean the absolute world to me. Sometimes I post reactions early on Patreon as well. So if you want early access to this episode's reaction, check that out. But yeah, other than that, I think that's all I gotta say. So we're gonna jump right into episode 6 of Sex Education.
Can't stop thinking about...
What?
Bonus.
In a sexual way.
Something we can work through together.
Sexually.
I'd like to work through it.
By boning.
I'd also like to have sex.
Oh.
Right now.
He can work with that. Is this a flashback?
There was once a very
Damn.
happy horse called Hubert.
That sucks for Otis.
Molly, why was Daddy naked with that lady?
Oh, she didn't know.
Do you know what sex is, Otis?
Would you like to know?
Sex can destroy lives.
Just like it is doing now. Is this why he refuses to engage in anything sexually? Is because his first experience of it that he can remember truly is his father destroying their home life.
This world took my fame.
Is he gonna choose the most normal outfit? Non-flamboyant outfit that he can find?
I had a fight with one of my best mates. He said some stuff. We both said some stuff, and...
Sucks, yeah.
How old were you when you lost your virginity?
2 days after my 15th
Wow.
birthday, to be exact. So you're still a virgin?
That's pretty young.
That's cool, kid. There's nothing wrong with that.
But there's a reason why he's a virgin, and it's because of you.
The good stuff comes later, so you have to ask yourself, why am I waiting? It's kind of like skydiving, you know. At some point, you just gotta chuck yourself out of the plane.
But if you're not careful, sex can destroy lives.
Let's go! Piggy's temporary, eh?
Pride is forever.
Come on! You're miles off, huh? And you're coming up out of the water straight into the stroke, man. Don't take your eye off the ball. You need to focus.
I am focused.
Your girlfriend probably shouldn't be at practice, if we're being real.
You've got your whole life for girlfriends, Jacko. You've got county trials coming up, and then you're on to the nationals. Remember, winners never quit.
Quitters never win.
Aye, let's go again.
I think he can totally have a girlfriend and be on the swim team, but like, if we're honest, Maeve shouldn't be at his swim training. It's a distraction, needless distraction in the moment of training.
What's happened, tromboner? Yeah, woken up straight. We look shit.
So I think I need to talk to Otis.
Problems with Kyle?
Oh no, I'm with Steve now.
Who the F is Steve?
You know Top Heavy Steve? Built like a chupa chup.
Cool.
Oh, the math guy. Forgot. The one with no calves.
Trouble in paradise.
He won't talk to me.
Good morning, Modale.
He's still upset, rightfully so.
The winner of this year's sixth form essay competition has been decided. So, the award goes to...
Maeve Wiley? Say it.
Adam Groff.
Oh. Maeve wrote it.
Langston Hughes wrote a poem called Dreams. He said, hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is but a broken wingbird that cannot fly. We live as we dream. Alone. In 10 years' time...
Even Otis knows. He's like, you wrote this.
Would you like to have sex with me? It's a no strings attached kind of situation.
Damn, she is just asking everybody. She is so casual about it.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
What is it with boys? It's like you all suddenly woke up with boundaries.
I've been thinking about your...
Proposition. Oh, I wrote this show.
Great. Fantastic.
To be clear, I don't want to have sex with you specifically, just a human man with a penis.
That's great for my self-esteem. Do you want to meet up this week?
Tonight, your house. I'll bring the condoms, you bring the lube.
No.
Ooh. How close is his room to his mother's room?
So...
The bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be tapping a few things later on. If you know what I'm saying.
I have two teenage daughters. They used to be angels. And now they are evil, like demons from hell.
Ah, nice.
You dislike your son too?
No.
Oh, well, that's a very strong word to use about one's child.
Do you always avoid questions like this?
No, of course not.
Okay.
Do you dislike your child?
Yes, he used to be sweet and really loving, and now he
Then-
doesn't share anything with me.
Yeah. You overstep boundaries.
But we can never let them know how much they make us feel lonely. Wardrobe is fucked.
You guys are
Now I'll
both
fix the
lonely.
bathroom.
You guys are both lonely, which means you're gonna bone each other.
It feels like you're performing. Tell me what you want.
I don't know what I want. No one's ever asked me that before.
He's very communicative. Communicative? He communicates well.
Well, you should probably think about, you know, things you enjoy when it's just you. Alone.
Ugh, I don't do that.
She doesn't need to.
You should probably figure out, you know, what works for you and your body.
So you're prescribing a wank?
Yeah.
Okay, stop. Who is the rogue metronome?
Eric.
1, 2, 3,
Wow, Eric, you are not even close, Chief.
Okay. I'll go then. Hey, it's Chili, man.
My name is Eric. Stop trying to be cool. You're an alcoholic music teacher who thinks that he gets jazz. You're tragic.
Eric, come back.
Don't fucking touch me!
Wow.
What happens to Trombone?
I think he's going for that prison chic.
Get in a fight, Eric. Oh! Let's go, boy. Let's go, boy. That kid's a punk and he deserved it.
Eric.
Although I probably shouldn't be,
Eric Effie on to Mr. Goss.
probably shouldn't be cheering his, expressing his sadness via violence, because that's kind of what happened to him, but... Who's that?
Be right back.
Is that your brother?
My brother.
What? Oh, sis, did you not tell Action Man about me?
Where the fuck have you been?
Houston, Texas.
Why do I recognize this guy?
I didn't know you had a brother.
Do you know?
Otis knew. That's why Otis is OTP.
What kind of man do you want to be? What kind of man do you want me to be, Dad?
Ooh. It's a hefty question. That cuts to his core as a father.
I want you to think about applying for the Mordell aptitude scheme. It could help you get a
What's
university
that?
scholarship. Just think about it and let me know.
Hey, why not? Scholarships are hella dope. Ting tang, wanna wanna bing bang. Ooh ee ooh ah ah. Ting tang, walla walla bing bang. Ooh ee ooh ah ah. Ting tang, walla walla bing bang. Tarzan.
Do you like mango?
Did you know that whales only have sex for 35 seconds?
What a weird
Which is
thing
odd.
to say.
Actually, because their penises are 7 feet long.
They get right down to business.
Looking for my wedding ring.
Oh.
I've got a tattoo. I thought she'd like it. I mean, it's nice, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's uncanny.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that's awful.
Pancakes, your favourite.
Don't eat the pancakes, you'll get infected.
Pancakes with chocolate chips.
There's Last of Us.
I've been for 4 months, Sean. I was really fucking worried.
Look, I know I'm a bastard, alright?
Thought you were in Houston, training to be an astronaut. You telling me you lied? She's had an epiphany. Experimenting. Her first one ever. She's like, this is great. A crumpet, okay.
Let's try something new. I could suck your balls.
That is new. What are you doing, girl? You're so weird. Do the I thought she was doing the robot. She brought so many? I don't think you're gonna need all those.
Rolling down the street, I saw this girl.
She's so weird.
These men don't even need to be remotely attractive.
But the pheromones.
Yes.
Kiss. It's those piercing blue eyes. Boning. Unsuccessful boning is going to happen here, and then successful boning is happening downstairs.
Can I touch your penis?
Oh, yep. Flashbacks to his father destroying his childhood.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
He's straight up having a panic attack. Like a legit one.
Why are you staring at me?
Oh, you gave us quite a fright, darling. What happened exactly?
We were trying to have sex, but I think it was a bit much for him.
Okay, I'm fine. I'm fine, guys.
The Swedish man's like...
And also, Lennoxie's a bit of a slut.
Okay. Good.
Good?
I think my dad likes your mum.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
My mum doesn't really do boyfriends. She's a man-eater.
She's a man-eater. Da 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 da.
Do you want to go out with me?
Ooh.
I think you're funny and I want to go out with you.
Okay.
Do I
Is that the
ever remind you of
Princess
Dad?
Bride?
Sometimes. But just the good bits.
If he thinks he starts having sex, he's gonna become like his father. I knew it was a Princess Bride.
I just want to know that you're okay.
He'll be alright.
I'm okay.
One step at a time, baby boy. One step at a time.
Hey, it's Eric. Sorry to miss you. Call back when you can.
Oh, grrr. Oh.
Look at the time.
Dave's not there. She shouldn't be there at practice, Jackson. Don't be upset about this. This is your training time.
Look, I'm really sorry. Look, if it helps, I use this to come out to my mom, okay?
Wow. He does look... his eyes look slightly more feminine.
Pretty boys like me are definitely not your type, okay? Enjoy suspension, trumpet boy.
What's my type?
Still not your friend.
But he didn't call you tromboner. He called you trumpet boy. That's a step up.
Amy, you all right?
I've been wanking all night. I ate 4 packets of crumpets and I think my clip might drop off. But I know exactly what I want.
Food in bed.
I really liked your essay.
You haven't read my essay?
No, but I did hear it. We live as we dream. We're in for the long haul then.
I think this proves why he's a better option for her than Jackson. Because he could tell that the essay was hers, and Jackson was not paying attention, just thinking about swimming.
I want you to rub my clit with your left thumb. Start slow, but get faster, but not too fast. When I start to shake, blow on my ear and get ready for fireworks.
Oh my. With your left thumb, not your right one. Is that Otis's jacket? Or his sweater? Otis is OTP. Yes. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. Another solid episode. Really enjoyed this one. Definitely was not as heartbreaking as last episode. There were still some sad moments, but overall, I had a grand old time. The main, I don't know if there's necessarily, well, there was a main plot, right? It was Otis trying to have sex for the first time with Lily. Good old weirdo Lily. She's a gem, honestly. She's so fun. But we really got I think the true reason why Otis doesn't or can't engage sexually. I've previously talked about how I thought it was related to his mom, how like entering that realm of sexualness with someone and like physically doing himself was too close to his mother, right? Like he would think about her and it was just off-putting. But I think we got the true reason in this episode, and it's because growing up, he noticed his father being liberally sexual with people who were not his mother. And he's had conversations like on Zoom where his dad just tells him, rip the Band-Aid off, jump in, you're going to suck at first, so might as well do it. It's a casual thing, right? And so he viewed his father being sexually active with someone who's not his mom as a bad thing. Obviously it was, right? Don't cheat on your wife, people. But where his mom was like, sex can destroy lives. His father, being a sexually liberal individual, essentially ruined his childhood. Like it destroyed their family life, from what I can gather. And so he sees himself becoming his father, if he engages in that, right? Part of it's taking his mom's words to heart, and then and his dad's words and actions to heart. So, he sees himself becoming that, and he doesn't want to be that, and he has a panic attack thinking that he's going to end up destroying someone's life or destroying his own life by doing that, I think. And all of that kind of comes to a culmination in this episode with his panic attack. And it was just like, it's tough. It's tough. A lot of Otis's struggles is kind of played for a laugh a little bit, right? We're supposed to think it's kind of funny when he struggles to engage in sexual activity, but at the core of it is a legitimate like trauma that he suffered as a child, seeing his father cheat on his mom and then seeing the ensuing fight and the disillusion of that family pact, and just the disruption of his entire life. So it's completely understandable that he does not want to put himself in that same position. And you know that's what he's thinking about, because he asked his mom, do I remind you of Dad? And she's like, well, only the good parts, right? A little bit. And we're slowly getting there. I think Otis just has to find that one person that he is comfortable doing that with. And at the moment, I hope it's Maeve. I hope it's Maeve. I want them to be together so bad, and I think they are a much better pairing than Maeve and Jackson. Jackson's great. He's a good dude, but he's too focused on other things. And even when he's not focused on other things, he's compromising his values to fit in with her brother. Granted, that may come from a point of wanting to love her in that way and get along with her family and all that jazz. But I think the thing that solidified it for me, that Maeve and Otis are a better pairing, is that when the speech was being read at school, Jackson wasn't paying attention at all. Granted, he doesn't necessarily have a ton of reason to pay attention to Adam giving a speech, but the fact that Otis could recognize, even when nothing had been presented that it was her speech, Otis could tell that it was her writing, which means he knows her on like a truly deep level, and I think she recognizes that as well. And so I think they're such a good pairing. I think they're OTP, one true pairing. But things might get complicated because she's dating Jackson, and Ola is her name, right? She just asked Otis out, and so I'm curious to see where that might lead. There were lots of like interesting pairings in this episode, like frickin' his mom and the Swedish man. They were gonna bone until Otis had a panic attack, and it's interesting that Otis is like, oh, my mom doesn't do boyfriends, but I think she is very open to this gruff Swedish pheromone machine becoming a boyfriend. Curious how it would fit with Otis and Ola, because I don't think that they could do like a quad thing, because that would, you don't want to date someone who their parent is dating your parent. That's weird, because you'd be like related if they got married. That's weird. So hopefully Ola and Otis don't work out. She's sweet, she's great, but I don't want them together. Another pairing was Amy and her right hand. Baby, her and no calf having Steve were having some sexual issues, because she wants to do what other people want. Like, she wants to be helpful and right, like all that jazz. But he wants to know what she wants, and she's never thought about herself and what she desires, right? She's kind of let her friends walk all over her, and she's let other people dictate her sexual desires, and she wanks it all day and all night and has to like refuel with crumpets. Like, she was going hard. She probably had to drink a couple of Gatorades. she was getting into it, but she came out of it with a newfound sense of confidence and assertiveness, and she knows exactly what she wants Steve's left thumb to do. And it's just very, very interesting. She experimented to find that out. So I'm actually really curious how that affects like her character going forward, not just like sexually, but like how does she portray herself within the school life, and how does she react to her friends and all that jazz? Like, how does her newfound sexual identity express itself in her as a person? I'm very curious to see that. What else? Oh, more sadness for Eric, right? Like, he's still struggling. I don't think he's fully processed what happened to him, you know, with being assaulted and being abandoned by Otis. I don't think he's processed that, because the person that he would process it with would be Otis and maybe Otis's mom. And he can't process that with his dad and his family, because they're kind of putting it, you know, sweeping it under the carpet and pretending it's not a thing and that it shouldn't be a thing. And he doesn't have anyone else in his life he can talk to, so he's just kind of bottling all these feelings up, and it's releasing in anger and frustration and violence. You know, he calls out the music teacher and almost loses it on him, almost physically, but verbally hurt the music teacher, and then punched the other gay kid. Granted, that kid deserved to get hit, not because he's gay, but because he was rude and kind of a dick. You know, Eric should have hit him. You know, not to say that we should encourage that sort of, you know, toxic masculinity of releasing your aggression via violence, but I think that kid deserved to get hit, right? Or like publicly embarrassed somehow. But then that kid came out to his mom, so like, positives? I don't know. And I think he came out with maybe a more positive relationship with Eric towards the end of it, because he didn't call him tromboner. He called him trombone boy. Yeah. So, you know, Eric's still struggling, and I want him to have, I want his expressionism to come back. And I want his joy of life to come back, right? We saw it right away when he's picking his outfit, and he picks the drab brown versus his usual colorful, outgoing dress attire. And so I really want him and Otis to find their way back to each other as best friends. Because Otis is such a good character, and he's so enjoyable, and it sucks to see him in this depressed, angry state, and I want him to find himself again. Yeah, I don't know. This was a solid episode. Lots of character growth and character development in this episode for sure. And I'm really excited to see more going forward. So definitely let me know what you guys thought of the episode down in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. If you liked my reaction, please leave a like on the video. It means a ton to me, helps my videos get seen more. If you're new here or you find yourself coming back often, hit subscribe, ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full uncut version of this reaction, consider supporting me on Patreon. That would mean the world to me. Sometimes I post reactions slightly early on Patreon as well, so if you're interested in that, consider checking it out. But otherwise, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.